Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, New Year's Eve 2018. And you can see by Sunday's weather, it was a pretty nice day overall with plenty of sunshine. And we had that snow from the night before, about a ½ inch of snow. As far as the headlines go today, winter weather advisories are in effect from around the Lansing area off to the north, mainly for some freezing rain this morning, and I think conditions will improve with plain rain this afternoon before switching back to a mixture of some snow. And we could see around an inch of snow, a trace to an inch of snow south, mainly around the Lansing area to the north, maybe 1 to 3 inches once you get up here in the mid-Michigan, and maybe around 2 to 5 inches of snow once you get up towards Mount Pleasant and Clare area. And I think as you get up towards Roscommon, Houghton Lake in that area, Cadillac, Traverse City, you could see a ½ foot or more of snow up in those regions. Again, we're going to watch the temperatures for later on this afternoon. Certainly some of the ice could hang around a little bit longer across central Michigan. And again, we could see more in the way of snowfall than what I got currently forecasted, but I can also see it going the other way with more in the way of rain and less of snow. So we're right on the borderline here in mid-Michigan, so we'll keep an eye on the conditions here over the next several hours. Our normal high is 31, the normal low is 15, and if we look at yesterday, we had a high of 31, a low of 26. We had, again, about 0.04 of an inch of precipitation during the very early morning hours. That translated to about a ½ inch of snow. And again, not a whole lot of snow for the month of December. And you can see 3.6 degrees above normal for the month of December. So the month is going to certainly go down as a much above normal temperature month. As far as sunrise this morning, 8:10. It'll set tonight at 5:12. And our days are getting longer by about a couple minutes per day. And you can see currently across the area, temperatures mainly in the upper 20s, some mid-20s in this area here. Again, could get very icy here this morning. Once that precipitation moves in, we'll have evaporative cooling as that rain falls through the atmosphere. And with some maybe heavier rates, we could see, again, some isolated areas really get pretty icy. And then we'll change to rain across this area off to the south. And then we'll switch back to snow, I think, in evening hours or late afternoon hours with maybe a 1 to possibly as much as 3 inches of snow. And again, heavier snow. And you can see where the winter weather advisories are. I'm really surprised we don't have something in effect for Midland and Bay County and maybe even Saginaw counties. But again, even in those areas where you're not under advisory, do be careful. I think things could get quite icy in those areas as well this morning. As far as the satellite view, you can see that moisture now coming up from the southwest with precipitation really breaking out across Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, and southwest Ohio. And again, it's along this area right here. As it pushes north, we'll see that precipitation change over to some freezing rain. You can see as we get into some of the later moments of this particular radar imagery, you can see where it's indicating that some of this transition over to some freezing rain is occurring. And again, it'll only get worse as it heads up into lower Michigan. As far as the weather map this morning, you can see our low pressure system over Arkansas. And again, that'll move up the St. Lawrence Seaway very quickly here over the next 24 hours. But precipitation rates could be quite heavy this morning. So we'll see some moderate pockets of heavy rain. And again, this morning, that'll be in the form of freezing rain. And again, heavy snow indicated across north central and northern lower Michigan. Again, some areas could pick up a ½ foot of snow up in that area. And then if we look at the forecast of precipitation here, this actually is only a one-day forecast over the next 24 hours. You can see maybe as much as an inch of precipitation across much of the MAC and LAC areas. And again, you can see why the concern is if we have some very heavy precipitation rates, we could see some of these northern areas pick up more snow than indicated, but for right now, we'll just say a chance of about 1 to 3 inches across the central Michigan area, but we'll have to really watch that here for this evening. Things could get a little bit interesting if our temperature profiles are just about a couple of degrees colder than what we expect. And then as far as snowfall, again, you can see mainly from the mid-Michigan area off to the north, but you can see some indications that there could be some locally very heavy snowfalls once you get up in the ski country up here in northwest lower Michigan. So for the resorts up there, good news for those folks. But as far as the overall pattern, this is the two maps I showed you on Friday of what the weekend were indicating. This was the GFS, and this was the European showing the much colder air. Well, it certainly looks like the GFS may be more accurate. I think temperatures by late this week into the weekend are going to be running about close to 10 degrees above normal. As far as the forecast goes today, you can see that mess with mainly rain south and mixed central and snow to the north. highs in the mid 30s, be up around 40 as you get into the southern part of the state, and only around freezing once you get up north. And then temperatures will cool off with highs only in the upper 20s to low 30s, and temperatures will slowly fall. And then we'll get down into the teens tomorrow night and into Wednesday, highs only in the upper 20s. And then we'll get our moderation trend going on for late this week, and maybe a snow shower on Friday. Another pretty good storm looks like it's going to move, but it looks like it'll miss us well off to the south here for late this week. So overall, pretty calm pattern once we get past today and tomorrow morning. And we could have some pretty interesting driving conditions here later tonight. So do be careful if you're out there doing the party scene. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day. Have a happy New Year's, and 73s to all.